Hi, this is Dr. Burns from Bones Integrative Wellness Center. Just wanting to give some education to some small business owners. If you're thinking of buying large equipment for your med spa, whether it's for fat reduction or wrinkle reduction, whatever it may be, here are a few things that I have learned over the last year and a half on what hopefully everyone else can not have the painful lessons that I've had to have. So, number one is don't trust the salesperson. They're there to sell. So, because of COVID, they lost money just like every other business lost money. So, make sure that your business insurance one covers legal, and two will cover you if you ever have to be shut down again, because some of the loan companies that partner up with these aesthetic companies are basically loan sharks. They will tell you anything in order to get you to buy this really expensive equipment. The other thing is that is the equipment really worth the cost of what the salesperson says? So if they're telling you it's $250,000 for a piece of equipment, what happens if it's only like $150,000? So then you are basically getting a loan from them or from a company who's associated with them, and on the fact that this machine may be $250,000 because that's what the salesperson says. So watch out for that. I always suggest sticking with a regular bank, getting a loan with that. Don't let the salesperson tell you that, the aesthetic business moves so quickly. If you want to be the one in the, position to be able to have this machine, you can bring a lot of money in. One, don't fall for you're going to bring in a lot of money. That's not true. Number two, don't fall for the fact that it's just the aesthetics companies move quickly. Every company basically moves quickly. So, I would suggest, stepping back, getting some referrals or checking on their, physician finder site, kind of ask how it went with the salesperson, were they legit or not in order to have it. Number two, don't buy the machine outright, lease it. If they don't lease, don't work with them. Because any place can make claims, any place can do whatever it is that they want. And they can say whatever it is that they want. And unless you want to be able to test it out, and they said, no, that's not how we work, then I wouldn't even bother dealing with them because it's a lot of money. There's someone who's close to my office who had to shut down their practice because they weren't getting anyone in. The salesperson promised them, like X, Y, and Z. They had to sell the machine, but then they're stuck with the loan. Unless they could get someone else to take up the loan, which they would have to ask their attorney about, then it's, basically you're still on the hook. Even if your business is down, you're still on the hook for that loan. I call them loan sharks. These people are definitely loan sharks that are partnering up with these aesthetic businesses, where it's like a regular bank could work with you because you're just like, hey, my business had it's had to shut down because of a pandemic or something like that. I can't pay this right now, but this is what I can do for you, where the loan sharks won't do that. They want their money, they want it now, and they want it all up front. The other thing is that you can actually try to negotiate on pricing when it comes to the machines. Actually find out what the MSRP is. So that would also save you a bunch of headache as well. The other thing is that, it's check with people, see if anybody has had any sort of side effects from these machines. I found out through someone who used to work with a vendor company that, one of the machines was unsafe. I was just like, but then you're going to have a whole bunch of doctors that are saying that it is safe. It just depends on, who gets paid by what. And then the other thing is that once you buy one piece of equipment, other companies want to come in and sell you their pieces of equipment, and they want you to know why theirs is the best. The other thing too is advertising. If it says, it's like, on billboards or publicly that it says something else, and then you find out that, when you check with other physicians or other med spa owners, oh no, this is how much I charge for, like my services with this one, that should be a red flag as well. I know that they say they want to retain value. It's just an advertising thing of retaining value. If someone else is selling like a package of 4 for whatever it may be on the machine that they've got for say like $400, where they want you to advertise for $900 of treatment, that's not really retaining value. So that's just advertising. So so that's why I would really be careful with stuff like that. Ask and see if you could, here again, it's like demo the equipment for a bit. If you can't rent it for 3 months, see if they'll let you demo it for a month, so that way you can try it out on your own people, and to get a little training. So look out for that as well. The other thing is don't sign anything with personal guarantee with these loan sharks. They will go after you like it's nobody's business. Make sure that you have a class act attorney that is going to, fight all that. So, or who can fight all that, because even if you try to mediate, sometimes they'll add stuff in that wasn't part of the mediation, and they say, well, you agreed to it. It's like, well, I didn't agree to this. So, yeah, so they'll keep trying to add other stuff in, saying that, oh my gosh, well, you agreed to it. So these are some things I like to warn a lot of small business owners about, who are trying to get into aesthetics, and who are trying to recover from COVID, and with inflation that we have right now, which is ridiculously out of control. Gas prices are out of control. Food prices are out of control at this point. So for any cash pay business like med spas are, just be very careful on who you deal with. Make sure that your attorney also looks over the paperwork as well, or your accountant or your bookkeeper. Just get someone else involved. So, and make sure that also speak to your spouse as well. So, because you could be left on the hook for all sorts of stuff that you didn't know about because you trusted the salesperson. So never trust the salesperson when they come walking into your business saying, hey, I've got the latest and greatest. So those are just some tips that I have for some business owners that are wanting to get into aesthetics, especially for small businesses. I'll see if I can find any resources that I know that I need them, and I will pass them on to everyone else. Thank you.